I'm gonna wait. So good evening, everybody. My name is Mary Cardonato, and we are here to talk about the 20th WFTGA conference. As you know, the conference is going to start with the pre-tour, the main convention, and the post-tour. So the pre-tour, I'd like to unpack the itinerary from the time we arrive in Catania Airport to the time we leave out of Palermo Airport. So those of us who are arriving in Catania Airport, what do we do when we arrive? We look for the hospitality desk. Now, many of us have done conferences before. The WFTGA convention is very unique in every convention because it's a different host every 2 years. So when we say, where is the hospitality desk? Where should they be located? Usually it's where the baggage carousels are, where there's like an information desk. They will be dressed in different color codes. I think there will be red and white scarves, the girls, but we will be informed about all of that later on as they give us the information. Okay, so there will be a hospitality desk and they will be open up to 9 p.m. Those are the arrival dates for all the late arrivals or canceled arrivals. In case your flight is delayed, in case you are traveling out of the US, many of us, of course, are traveling out of the US, but in case of a snowstorm, remember there are people, there's going to be a hotline provided. I think that's what they told me. So if there's no hotline, just text me in the WhatsApp and we'll try to see how we can, figure it out. If your arrival within Italy is delayed or your baggage is delayed, please contact the organizers. It's important that you contact the PCO, the Professional Conference Organizer. Very important to have all their information. Okay? That's very important. Do you all have the information of the organizers? Nicoletta is the key person. And then you have also Pamela. Pamela is another assistant. And then there's Valeria. Valeria is the main person. And she's the busiest of us all. When we arrive, there will be 2 transfers. The 2:00 transfer to the hotel. Now, do any of you know what hotel you're going to be staying on the night of the 18th? Please raise your hand, your virtual hand, if you already know where you're going to stay in your virtual.
Yes.
On the night of the 18th.
I thought that was included. Is that not included?
It is, but do you know the name of your hotel? Because
Yes.
there are 2.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, did you get did you get a notification?
I don't know, but I have the 4 Points Sheraton written down.
Yes, but not for all. There is an overflow hotel. Yes.
I think it's a 4 Point Sheridan.
Would
Yes.
we have gotten that by an email or WhatsApp or?
I think, Chris, when you raise your hand, did you get notification exactly where is your hotel? Unmute, please, unmute.
When I made my reservation, they told me it's on my reservation, the Grande Albergo Alfeo.
That's for the main conference. I'm talking about the pre. This is
I'm staying there too because I didn't hear anything about the pre, so I went ahead and made my own reservation because I didn't want to wait around to see what was going to happen.
That means you're paying twice. You're already paying for the pre. That's included in
it's just too stressful to not know. So I just took care of it myself.
Okay. Let them know because then your reservation will be active and it will be considered a no-show if you don't. Just let them know, okay? Either by email or at the desk. Because all of us, those who paid for the pre-tour, already have their hotel included. And that's either the 4 Point Sheraton in Catania or the Grand Baja in Catania, the Overflow Hotel.
I understand that, but they didn't tell me that.
Yeah, but what they told you was that it's included. It's all in the registration.
I understand that, but I need to know where to go.
Yeah, okay, and she will that's also another problem. She will let, all of us will know by tomorrow, I think, or Tuesday. I know it's crazy, but that's their system. Joe, you had a raising of hand? Joe?
Yes. Yep. I don't know if you can hear.
Yes, we can, unmute, please.
Okay. Yeah, I got a message just last night that I'm staying at the Four Points Sheraton.
Okay,
I forget the name of the lady on the staff, but she was extremely friendly. I just wish that she'd been there, a few weeks ago. But anyway,
May I ask, Joe, how did you get the notification? By WhatsApp or an email or what?
yeah, it was. I was corresponding with this lady about something else, and she just volunteered. By the way, you're staying at the Sheraton. So
Okay.
it was just, it was somebody who's on the secretariat, just the staff, whatever that company is that's providing the support. And I
okay,
had a different question for her, and she just volunteered that. By the way, you're staying at the,
that's fine. The name of the company, so everybody has the terminology. The name of the professional conference organization is called Symposia.
right.
Symposia is the name. So have that in your mind just for terminology, okay? Because we will also help you with terminology here tonight as much as I can. So Symposia, and then you have all your ladies. It's all women running the show. Okay, so
Right.
that's the name. Okay, now I'm telling you, don't worry. All of us will be receiving where we're going to sleep on the night of the 18th. And it's included in what you paid for. Okay, now we're at the airport. We're going to load our buses. The 2 p.m., the people arriving before 2 p.m. will take the 2 p.m. shuttle, and the people arriving after 2 p.m. will take the 6 o'clock shuttle. So in
May I ask you, Maricar?
yes,
I understand that the reservation desk is at the Catania airport, yet we are transferring from Palermo. We were going to have our driver take us straight to the hotel, whichever it may be. Will that be a problem? Will we also be able to register directly at the hotel? Or
Yes.
should we have our driver just bring us to the airport?
no, don't come to the airport, please. Those who arrive early, useless to come to the airport. You're backtracking. Go straight to your hotel. That's why it's important that you know which hotel you're booked in. I think the main hotel, the main hotel is going to be the Sheraton, and the Overflow Hotel is the other one, the Grand Baja. I think it's Grand Baja, but it's that Overflow because they couldn't accommodate everybody at the Sheraton. Okay? And don't panic. Just again, text people, text me or something. We'll see what we can do to help you out. So, Suzette, good question. Go straight to your hotel. Useless to come to the airport and then go to the hotel. It's that you're burning too much energy there. Okay. Anybody have questions on the arrival? What happens?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
So we arrive like half an hour after the 2 o'clock shuttle takes off. So I think what we'll end up doing is instead of waiting 3.5 hours at the airport, we'll just take a cab to whichever airport they end up assigning us to. Hotel, whichever hotel. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea. You can do it on your own instead of
Okay.
hanging around in the airport. I think that's wise to do. I mean, always check with, it's called hospitality desk, okay, not registration desk at the airport. The terminology is called hospitality desk.
Okay.
Just tell them, my
Thank you.
name is, I'm booked, I'm going to this hotel, and maybe they will have a list of the people staying in what hotel. Maybe.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
I don't know. I mean, how this organization is going. That's why let's try to think for our own also and see what we can do to make it better and see so that it's not so stressful because already so many people are being stressed out. So yeah, check with them. Always tell them I'm going ahead. No need to for shuttle. I'm going ahead and check in early. That's it, and let it go. Okay, anything else? Eric, do you have a question? Joe, another question? Unmute, please. Unmute, Joe. Unmute, Joe.
I got it. Just took me a second. I'm wondering about signing up for workshops. And I put that question in, but I haven't gotten an answer yet.
Yeah.
From something you wrote earlier, I had the impression that it might be possible to sign up in advance of registration
Joe,
for
let's
different.
work on the workshops in a while, okay? I'm still in the pre-tour.
Sure.
I'm
Yeah,
go.
no problem.
Let's wait. Let's just do this systematically.
Go
Okay,
for it.
so are we clear on the arrival info? Okay, when you're late, delayed, or you want to go early, just inform the hospitality desk for your actions. Jim, you have a question for the pre-tour arrival. Jim Carr. Okay, we have, he's not answering. Okay, now we're out of the airport. We're going to our hotel. We are in the hotel. You are checked in. Okay, you're checked in the right hotel. What do? You have free time at night. You're free. And what time do we start on the 19th? Where do we meet at the 19th? Do you know?
11 o'clock.
Okay, where? At the lobby, or where do we meet?
It says, I'm not sure. I guess in the lobby.
Yeah, who is talking, please? Can you tell me?
Peggy, 11 o'clock in the lobby on the 19th.
Yeah, where are you reading that from, Peggy?
From this, it has the itinerary of all the pre-tour, the tour, and the post-tour events.
Okay, and what's the name of the document you're reading it from?
It says, pre-convention tour. It's part of the packet that I downloaded.
It's the general information packet?
General information packet, correct.
Okay, does everybody have that packet? Do you all get
No.
the packet? That's important to receive. It was emailed to all the participants. And I put it in the chat of the WhatsApp group. I also put it there. It's called general information. Eric, do you have that? It's on the chat of the WhatsApp group.
Mary Card, this is Mary Beth. Do you know when that was sent? Because I don't recall. Like, how far back do we have to look?
Look at the WhatsApp, scroll down, and you will see it. It's I put read and understand the general info. I sent it yesterday. Just scroll
Oh,
down
okay.
and
Okay.
to the thing that says read and understand, 11 pages, general information.
Okay, thank you.
Just click on that link.
Okay.
You will find a lot of the answers there. So that's good, Peggy. So 11 o'clock we meet for the tour, and we are going to, what is our first stop on the pre-tour?
Mount Etna.
Mount
We're
Etna.
going to Mount,
Okay, and how are we going
and then
to,
we're gonna have lunch.
wait,
Lunch.
no, not too
Oh,
fast.
sorry.
How do we
What?
dress for Etna? Many of you had questions. Chris, what's the shoes you're bringing? You're an active walker, right?
No, I chose the gentle because I'm not, I'm not confident that I could do the climbing.
Okay, those who are going to hike, make sure you have the right shoes, the boots, or whatever you need. They suggested the poles. What do you call that? The trekking poles?
Walking sticks.
Walking sticks, yes, because it's very rough, the terrain to go to the volcano. It's very, very rough. So make sure you have it. The rest of us, I'm not even planning to climb up that mountain, but I think it's going to be cold in the mountain. So make sure you dress in layers, scarves, hats, jackets, all of that.
Maricar, may I ask, this is what I have that says general information.
Yes, correct.
It is 8 pages.
Yeah, 11, I think 11.
Well, mine, the table of contents goes to 8. So
Okay.
I am not seeing the 11 o'clock. So if somebody has it and you could just tell me what page you're looking at that you saw the 11, that would be great.
Peggy, can you do that?
I
Just
have the same problem. I have the same problem. I think there's more than one document called general information because you're reading from something else, Maricar.
No, they're
Right.
from the link that they sent. It
No,
was in the
No,
link.
I understand, but mine is 8 pages.
Me too.
Mine too. And it doesn't say anything about the pre-tour.
Me
Correct.
too. Yeah.
It certainly doesn't give times.
Yeah, then Peggy's not reading from the right document. Yeah, I looking at the,
Maybe you could, Maricar, maybe you could resend it to all of us. That would be great.
yeah, can you look in the WhatsApp group? It's there. Yes, I'm sorry. It is 8. I see it here too. It is 8 pages.
Okay, so where's the stuff about meeting us? I mean, meeting on the pre-tour. Where
Yeah,
is
who's
that?
the person who said they saw 11 a.m.? If you will
Yep.
tell us what page.
Yep.
Peggy, do you have that information?
somebody at the dinner pointed it out to me, and you have to go to, it's kind of hard to find. She pointed it out to me and I just downloaded it. It's a color-coded page, and there's 3 pages of it.
Okay, can you read what it says?
Okay, it says, okay, morning, 11:30 to 1400. We have the pre-tour at Mount Etna, then we have lunch, and then there's a walking tour. So little. There's a walking tour, and then there's a cocktail party in the evening.
Right, right. Yes,
Is this something you printed out or is it on your screen?
Yes.
Which one?
Something I printed out.
Can you hold it up to your camera, please, so we can see it?
Can you see it?
Oh, okay. That's the downloadable thing from the symposia. Okay.
yeah, here.
Correct.
Not the general information.
Peggy, you're not reading the same thing. Program at a glance.
Oh, I see it too.
You see the
yeah.
program at a glance?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
see what that's it. Program at a
That's it.
glance.
That's what I have. Yes.
I've got it too.
Okay, that's totally different from the 8-page general information.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so good that we clarified. So this program at a glance, everybody. Joe, do you see it? Program at a glance on the
I
website.
do. I'm looking at it.
Yes, this is not updated. This is good, but the last time it was updated was August. Okay, all of this information here.
Right.
So it may not be as accurate because things change every minute. But it's so far, it's a skeleton of the itinerary. It's not bad. It seems good, but there may be updates.
Yep.
It's called Program at a Glance. That's where she found it. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. At least we have something and then the changes can happen. Okay, let's move on. So there's a cocktail party. So we have to dress again a little dressy because it's a cocktail evening. And we have to dress. Where is that located? Can anybody tell me? Where is the cocktail? Is it in the hotel? Oh, that's at the Sheraton, maybe?
I thought that was in Taormino.
Taormina.
I don't know.
Yeah, but they will let us know. And can you see because it's so small in my screen? I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it's listed in Taormina or at the Sheraton, because I know we have something about the Sheraton.
Yeah, it's not listed on the outline. It just shows the time.
Yeah, okay. So we'll see wherever it is. We just need to I think they'll give us time to change and then from the Etna clothing to a cocktail attire.
Right.
So that's a thing. Okay, the next day, where do we go, Joe? That's our,
Mark Carr, how are we gonna change when we're in Taormina, miles away from Catania?
that's a good question. Now, if it's in Taormina, then we don't change. You know, if the venue of the cocktail party is in Taormina, we stay the way we are. But if we go back to the Sheraton, then maybe we have time to change. Let's just play it by ear, okay? Because it's hard to answer questions that we really, it's all unknown to all of us. So let's deal with the second day. Where are we, Joe? The second day now? It's day 2.
Okay, the second day, that's Thursday, then comes Friday, and I'm in the gentle walking group, but both groups go to the pre-tour Mount Etna excursion.
But stay with Thursday. Don't
Okay.
jump ahead yet.
I'm sorry, that Thursday, all there is on Thursday on this document is meet and greet at Catania Airport and hospitality desk. That's it. Then comes Friday, the 19th, where all of the things take place that you've just been talking about. Going to Mount Etna, having lunch, walking tour of Taormina, cocktail in the evening. That's all on Friday. And the next day is Saturday. And on Saturday, there's a walking tour of the Catania food market for those of us in the gentle group, whereas the active group goes to a tour of Palazzolo Acreida and a visit to the site of the necropolis of Pantalica. The two groups are doing different things on Saturday.
Okay, that's good. Now, for the market, okay, I like that market. You saw the pictures I posted, a lot of the market scenes, the vegetables, the fish. It's seafood because it's very close to the sea. So the seafood is all fresh and jumping. That's fantastic. You know, if you guys have a little lunch and dinner after, because I think we have some free time. Really, I recommend the seafood because I've been reading all the reviews and it's one of the best seafood places in Italy. Okay, so where are we going? Let's see. Oh, Barbara, you had a question about you wanted a food tour, food walking tour. Barbara, right?
Right. If we had free time, it sounded like we might have, one day it sounded like we might have had free time because she asked us if we wanted to go to the opera, and I'd rather explore food options.
Right. So
I'd rather go to the opera. I'd love to get details about that.
hold on. We don't know, Joe. We're not there yet.
Okay.
Barbara, for the food walking tour, you have to do it on your own. Just Google it. I found so many that are giving very specific food tours in Catania because it's popular. It's one of the most popular activities to do is the food walking tour.
May I ask, Maricar?
Yes.
Although I have signed me and 3 others up for the gentle for Etna, we would prefer to do the Palazzo and the necropolis as opposed to the Catania food market. Is there a way we can do a hybrid?
No, just inform the organizers that you want to
Okay.
on your own because we have also to respect the itinerary. Remember, it's like on our tours, you know, when people want to go on their own, I'm always very careful because the tour operator I am responsible for me to deliver the itinerary the way it was sold to the client. And so if we do our own thing, you know, just inform the leader, your guide, or say, you know, I want to do this and all that. But if you can stay with us just as a sign of respect of the operator, I think that will work out better than doing things on our own because this is a organized conference, you know, so just to put that in mind. But if you really want to go away from the group, please be very courteous to inform the leader, your guide, or your tour leader that you are doing something else and that you would like to inform them that you are responsible to go back to the hotel. Also, because of safety, in case something happens to you, we don't know where you are.
Okay, I totally understand what you're saying. I have miscommunicated. What I am saying as a hybrid of the mix of the gentle Mount Etna, and then on the 20th, the gentle people do the market and the active people do something else. I would prefer to do the active, the gentle Etna. So to whom do I direct my comments? Is that Pamela or Valeria?
Yeah, it's your guide. Just inform your guide.
No, it's before I even go to the guide.
Oh, just email Nicoletta.
Nicoletta, okay, thank you.
Just email her and tell her this is what you want to do. You want to switch from gentle to active or active to gentle. Just tell her so that they put you on the right list.
Thank you. I'm sorry for
Yeah.
And Mary Carr,
throwing the
Right.
Mary Beth again, do we have these emails that you, to contact these people? I don't remember receiving any emails.
Emails about what exactly?
But you said email Nicoletta, but I don't know her email address, so I wouldn't know how to.
Only one email address that we've been using. It's convention 2024.
Okay, all right. So
Only one we use. We don't use personal. We don't use WhatsApp for them. They only want one email because many people are checking that.
okay, thank you.
The convention 2024 at wftga.org. That's the one and only access. Okay, now we're moving. We have the cocktail, and then we go back to the hotel. Now it's day 3. Who would like to do day 3 now? This is the last day of the pre-tour, I think. Sherry, you want to look at day 3? What are we doing on day 3? Saturday.
Yeah.
Anybody has it?
Yeah, I have it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
Okay. All it says on the document we've been reading from is that on day 3, the active group goes to a tour of Palazzolo Acreide and a visit to the site of the necropolis of Pantalica. They then have lunch, a visit to the central town of Catania, an informal dinner at the Hotel Sheraton. That's the active group. This is the day, by the way, that the delegates have a transfer and they leave us. And I guess that'll include you, Maricar, I'm guessing.
No, I'm not joining you for any of this. Okay, let's talk about.
I think you have the wrong date there. I think that's the 20th,
That's what I'm reading. What are you asking about?
21st.
That's a Sunday. Okay. On Sunday, we check out of the Catania Hotel. There's a visit to the orange orchard and a honey factory. There's wine tasting at the winery. And then there's transfers of pre-tour participants from Catania to the Ortigia drop-off point. That's
Okay.
what I'm reading.
So that's good. That's the last day, right? The Sunday 21.
That's the Sunday. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's where we're going to have a free afternoon. The free afternoon that you can have an option to go to the opera or your free time before you leave for Ortigia. It's a 50-minute ride from Catania to Ortigia on the 21st. So they're giving you an optional tour. Now, nobody knows about what that opera is. As long as you signed up and you paid, you're fine. Just wait for the information on the day itself.
I'd love to pay. I just haven't been given that option yet.
Pay at
I
the
was asked, do I want to go? I said, yes, that's all I've done.
Well,
But
you-
my understanding, maybe I'm wrong, is that that's not in Siracusa, that's in Catania. And
That's
it's actually on Friday night. That's a different night. I'm almost positive that the opera is not on the Saturday, but on the Friday.
Okay, that's another thing.
I may be wrong. I might be wrong, but I think I read what they sent me in their survey form. Did anybody else express an interest in opera? Anybody but me?
Didn't you express the opera, Peggy, the option?
Yes, I would love to go to the opera.
What day?
Okay.
Eric, what date is that? The opera? Unmute, please. Eric, we can't hear you. We have to unmute. Just type it in the chat, Eric, if it's better.
I got it. I'm sorry. I'm having my phone is giving me problems, and so I
Okay.
might have problems the rest of the evening. But yes, I'd like to go to the opera, but I don't have any information.
Okay, and maybe just sign up again at the hospitality desk if you haven't had the chance to sign up for the opera. I don't know where you pay. Just deal with upon arrival because it's hard.
Okay.
It's 2 days before we leave. Okay, what?
So all we know is Turandot at the Catania Opera House.
Correct.
It seems like it's going to be on the 21st, according to the survey that was sent, but it is not clear.
Yep.
But if you go Google yourself, Turandot in Catania, you will
Yep.
see the dates that they're doing it in Catania.
Okay.
And it's a repertory opera house, so they are only doing it on certain dates. So that might give us more information.
Yeah, okay. So we're done with that. Let's move on. And then we are going to, after the show, the opera, after the walks, we check out of the hotel. I mean, I think we check out in the morning. And then we drive to Ortigia. So what happens now on the Sunday night?
Well, before we do that, where is the drop-off point
Of what?
in Ortigia? Transfer to Ortigia drop-off point.
Ah,
Where's the drop-off point?
don't know. That's a good question. Very good. We don't know because we're all staying in different hotels.
Yeah,
I
but
think,
there's a drop-off point. So we don't know. Okay.
yeah, well, somewhere in
I-
this material, it said the
Yeah.
municipal theater.
Yeah, municipal
Right.
theater
Mm.
is the main convention venue. That is where we're having all our opening ceremony and all.
Right.
Now, the night of Sunday, who can tell me, please? The night of 21, when we arrive, are we meeting with the mayor of Syracuse?
Yes,
Okay, what time, please?
yes. It didn't say what time. It was just in one of the emails where they were still trying to get people to sign up.
I
that
didn't
said-
see that. I know we have something at 7, a welcome thing. I didn't see anything to sign up.
Yeah,
No,
there's
it wasn't to sign up. It
Ev-
was asking people to still sign up to attend the conference.
Yeah, but that's different. Let's look at the program at a glance. And if you look at Sunday, I cannot see, this print is so small. What do you see here in this written thing here? On the 21st, Sunday.
Sunday, the
I'm looking
20th.
at something here,
Evening says it's a welcome ceremony.
Yep, correct.
1900. Petro Massimo,
Yeah,
my,
okay. Yeah, that's going to be the opening, the welcome. I think the mayor will greet us, a warm welcome to Syracuse. His name is Francesco Italia. That's the name of the mayor. So he was with us in the convention in Georgia. He was with us in the convention in Madrid. So many of us are familiar for his presence. He's very nice. He speaks English well. So he will welcome us, and we need to have just a nice business attire look when we meet the mayor. Now, good question about how are you going to be dropped off at the hotels? That's some logistics that I cannot respond right now because I don't know. So about how you will, with the baggage and all that, to go to your hotels, because we have like 5 different hotels. Okay, any other questions on 21? We're still on 21. 21 January for the whole day. Okay, no questions. Let's move to 22. This is now the main convention. So what time do we begin?
22.
Monday, 22.
It just says morning.
Yeah. So where are we? At the Municipal Theater?
It doesn't, yeah, it only
That's-
says that
That's the Teatro
hospitality-
Maximo.
Teatro Massimo? Yeah, okay, that's the Municipal Theater. Okay, and then we meet, we're going to have the keynote. So we begin with a welcome. They will have a welcome ceremony. Usually it's a local dance, a dance or a music or a puppet show, something that's very typical of the region. You know, it's very cultural, very typical, and very folklore. So they will,
But we don't have any idea what time from this.
no, maybe 9 o'clock, you know, because it's early. We have so many things to do. So this one, I know, at least I've been, I know this is going to happen. So you have that opening ceremony in the morning, and then followed by a speech by one of the either somebody, the president of the association, somebody's going to talk just to welcome us. And then we have the first keynote speaker. And she comes from the American University in Rome. Okay, she's a very popular speaker, very well spoken, really good, and she's going to talk on cultural heritage. Now, after that talk, it should be about 10:15. About 10:15, we're going to have a break. And please, everyone, I would like to take a Team USA photo, because that's the only time that we are in the right place at the right time with all the US participants together. We are a big group. If possible, we'd like to take a group photo. And I've spoken to the delegate from the National Federation of Tourist Guide Association, USA, Michael Dillinger, and he will bring a little banner that is NFTGA USA, and I will bring the US flag. You know, I showed you a picture of that in the WhatsApp, what we did in Georgia. But it's always that right after the keynote, we gather at the stage or close to the stage, wherever we can pack in 50 people at least, and take a quick picture. I have some guides who are going to help with the cameras, you know, taking picture of our team. So don't forget, don't go to coffee right away. Just gather for a group photo, because otherwise we will never get our little group together, because everybody's doing his own thing. And I'm doing this from experience. I've attended 14 conventions. It's always the same. Now, after the break, the big show is happening. Can anybody tell me what's happening after the break? Yes. Any guesses? Jim?
Yes,
Yes, what do you think is happening after the break, the morning break?
I don't know. I don't have the itinerary in front
We are
of me.
going to have the bidding countries present their bid.
Right.
So that's a big show. That's one of the best that I know, because there are bidding countries, the Philippines, the Malaysia, Japan, and Ireland are bidding for the next convention in 2026. And they will present their bidding proposals to all of us, to all the members who are in that theater on the Monday 22. Okay? And then we have after that, and then the workshops begin.
Right.
So there are about, I think, 11 workshops. They've been posting the workshops. So you can use, I don't know the sign-ups, because I don't think those rooms, remember, Municipal Theater is not an event room. So I have no idea where the breakout rooms are, how big they are. I'm not sure. But
America, where are they posting these workshops?
it's all on Facebook. they're posting the name of the workshop and the name of the workshop presenter.
Okay, on their Facebook
On
site. Okay,
Facebook. And
Okay.
are they also presenting, putting on Facebook the times? So like I've seen on here somewhere, like about 4 or 5 workshops. And then one additional one, the film woman, but certainly not 11. And and are we supposed to sign up? And where did we do that?
No, we don't, who knows? Because the venue is very small, so it cannot fit like what we always do, in hotels, like 50 people are there without any problem. I think now it's very limited, the people. I know there's a lot of presenters. What I think there's 8 that I know of already going to present, plus all the Italian people. They have all the film. There's one on roots, discovering your ancestry, the Italian heritage. There's one like that.
So where do you sign up for this? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, we don't know. That hasn't been revealed. So we just wait and see how they want to organize that.
Mary Card, do you know if they're recording the workshops?
No, never. Not for people to I don't know. Because you cannot, you paid for the conference, but I don't know if they want to share that the recordings they used to give us those drives, to take home with us with all the conference presentations. I'm not sure if they're going to do this time because of the budget to prepare all the workshops in a small drive. Good question, Jim. We just have to find out on the day itself. So, okay, let's move on after Monday. So we're now in Tuesday. Can anybody read what's our Tuesday 23? What are we doing on the 23rd? On the 23rd in the morning, we have also yoga. I think there's some yoga going on early morning. 7.
Okay, what it says is the first thing early morning is the activity, a local dance lesson or similar. The hospitality desk is open, the exhibition area is open. Then comes the plenary speakers. Okay, it doesn't give a time. That's followed by workshops, followed by a coffee break, 10:30 to 11, followed by more workshops and lunch at 1 o'clock. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Joe.
Later, the most interesting thing to me is later in the afternoon, we have an included regional tour, which takes us to Noto and the Sicilian Barocco. So we're going on a field trip that's to the area south of Syracuse, if you look it up on the map.
Okay, thank you. And then 24, Jim, what are we doing? Joe, on the 24th.
Okay, on the 24th, again, the same sort of thing. Early in the morning, there's an expo meeting, but then there's 4 different excursions. And I think what's going to happen is that we're going to be, it seems to me I signed up for some of this much earlier in the process. But anyway, we're going to be split into 4 excursion groups: the Papyrus Museum, the Catacombs and Archaeological Museum tour, the Greek Theater walking tour and backstage visit, and the Jewish bath tour and lecture. And depending on which of those we sign up for, there's an included lunch, but it varies according to which excursion. So in other words, excursions.
And again, where do you sign up?
That I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's not open yet for signing up, not yet. And
Not yet, okay.
Not yet. Just wait and see when you arrive. And maybe they'll have sign-up sheets when we arrive, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, at the end of this in the afternoon, we're all going to an archaeological park, walking tour of the Syracuse Archaeological Park. And at the end of this, there's a transfer, I guess, by bus back to Ortigia.
Okay, that's good. That is 23rd, 24th, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and then, oh, may I back up? When is the gala dinner? The next day?
The
20,
next,
Uh,
yes, the next day.
Okay,
yeah,
it's very
that's
good.
correct.
the
That's
gala.
correct.
Yes, that's key to me, the gala. So everyone, are you looking at the 25th?
Correct.
Are you looking at the 25th itinerary, please?
Yes, yes.
What do we read there? The morning. What are we doing in the morning of 20?
Okay. The General Assembly is meeting. There are workshops and field workshops, a coffee break, and yet more workshops. So if you're in the official delegation, you'll be in the General Assembly. If you're not, then you'll be doing workshops, some of which are regular and some are what they call field workshops, which means you're going somewhere.
Okay. Okay, now the gala dinner.
Oh, God.
What is
Yeah,
that?
that's at 6:30.
Yeah,
At
before you
18
go to the gala dinner, excuse me, Joe, please
Yeah.
look at the chat because you and I are simpatico. I'm going to send you my email so you and I can talk in the chat.
Okay, all right,
Okay, thank you.
sure.
The detailed itinerary, Barbara, the detailed itinerary that Peggy has is in the website. It's called Program at a Glance.
Yes, I have that. But that dates back to August. It hasn't been
No.
updated. I mean, I understand. I've had all this. I just wanted to know if there was an updated itinerary with things that we could sign up for, but I understand that we just have to wait till we get there
Yeah, no,
and
just
see what
until you
they've
get
got for it.
until they send it to us because they haven't sent it and they know.
Right.
They know. Okay, good. So let's talk now, please, about the gala. It's very important, ladies and gentlemen, for the gala. We are doing an auction, and I'm in charge of that auction. And we would like for the raffle, so there are raffle auction items, and we have value auction items for the auction. So the raffle is more the lower priced, and then the auction itself are the higher prices. So I have already 2 jewelry sets, 1 pearl and 1 a beautiful brooch that somebody is donating. These are about 150 euros, 200 euros. The bidding price will go higher and higher. Okay. And then I have a beautiful bowl from Japan. We're donating that as an auction. I have a painting coming in that's being donated from Africa. And these are very valuable gifts that we're auction off. So my friends, we can, the American group, bring something light, small. If you'd like to auction, I gave you did you see the letter that was published? The communication, the brief, the press release about the auction. It's all on the WhatsApp group. If you can bring little things like Jean, you always bring those New Orleans masks. And I know that the New Orleans group are doing a gift basket worth $150 to auction. So, and they have many things there. They have New Orleans things, they have food, they have CDs, in the gift basket, which is a collective gift from the guides, which is great. But you remember the people who will win that, they have to unpack that and put it in their suitcase. So we just want to make sure that it's packable and it's not so heavy to carry, that type of thing. But if you can bring a raffle is 30 euros each ticket, you will have to buy your raffle ticket, 10 euros per ticket. So we will be selling that. Please have cash on hand, your euro bills of 10 euros. For the raffle. We will sell it at the gala, and then we will raffle off the gifts. So if you want to donate a gift, you have to send me the description of the gift. If there's a story behind the gift, that would be good. I'm bringing a cookbook that I found, traditional American food I will donate that. So that could be a little raffle gift. And a picture of the gift, because I'm putting a list together to make sure I will thank the givers for their gifts, and then the receivers will receive it and bring it home. So if you can do that, if you can do it before you leave, like tomorrow, and send me your gift, send me the picture. That's all I need for now. Then the physical gift, you give it to me.
Mary Cart, have you advised Dillinger to bring something on behalf of NFTGA?
I've talked to him several times on that. I don't know what he's going to do, but he knows that it is a tradition that we give a gift to the host, and we give a gift to our outgoing president as a sign of token of appreciation for all the volunteer work that they have contributed. So they know. I mean, I cannot tell him what to do, but he knows. So that's it for the gifts. Any questions on the gala auction? I just want.
Yeah, I wanted to offer two comments. Comment number one is that I'm bringing a gift, but not for the auction, just simply to go to that exhibition area. I imagine it's not that significant a gift that it'll have to be raffled. But so that I don't know that if they're sold in the auction, I don't think they go to the raffle. Am I right?
There are two things. I think she wants the raffle items to be raffled with those $30 euro tickets, 30 euro tickets. The raffle is the smaller items. Then
Right.
out of the gifts that we receive, she's going to choose the valuable, maybe 6 valuable, like the jewelry. She's bringing a pearl from South Africa, and she's bringing a lot of things.
Right. But in terms of what I'm bringing, I don't intend that to go to the more valuable. I'll just have it in the exhibit area, I guess.
No, Jim, you don't put it in the exhibit. You give it to me. That's
All right. I'll give it to you. You can decide what to do with it. Okay. The other point I wanted to make, and it's mainly for Jim, I guess, is that from what I've seen at previous General Assemblies, it's pretty typical for the delegations to bring little gifts to give to all the other delegations. And that's a kind of a nice thing, a little pin.
Tchotchkes. And actually, yeah,
Exactly.
one of the best places to get those, of course, would be the Building Museum.
I agree.
Yeah.
Not my problem, but I just thought I'd make sure that was covered.
Yes.
Yeah,
And sorry, go ahead.
I was going to ask a very basic question. What do you recommend in terms of the number of euros we should bring initially? Assuming we're there for the entire time.
Oh, how much to spend?
No. Yeah, how much in euros we should take with us in advance before we touch down in Sicily?
Maybe 200, 250. It's up to you, because we can use credit cards.
Yeah, but we're not going to be able to use credit cards all the time. Most
the
of the
market,
time,
if you want to buy things in the market,
Yeah.
souvenirs, about 250, I think. I don't know.
You're better
Dan?
off just doing an ATM, get some euros out of an ATM at the airport, or your first stop, a bank at your first stop.
Yeah, well, but the exchange rates aren't that good at the airport.
Well,
Yeah.
that may be true, but in the ATMs at the airports in Italy, they give you an option of, do you want to pay this extra charge or no? If you say no, you don't get charged the extra charge. So it looks like a thing that's mandatory, but it is not. And especially if you have your debit card, if it is a card, like Dan and I have USAA, they do not charge ATM fees, or they at least reimburse us for them. And so we travel to Italy often. I'm a travel agent, and he's a first generation American from Italy. So we always get our euro from the airport.
Dan, I believe Dan usually gets 300 or so euro. Is that right, Dan? And
Yeah.
I get 100 at the airport
Yeah.
to have cash. Yes, you use your credit card as much as you can, but there will be places where you're going for un cafe and a cornetto for breakfast, and it's just €6. So you want to just give them a 10. So yeah,
If-
so
if-
300 for an individual, 400 to 500 for a couple is my experience, and we traveled to Italy quite a lot. I have not found that the ATMs at the airport are usurious. You can now, you might be a little close. You can call your local bank and order euro today or tomorrow. They usually want, X number of days ahead, but they also charge you the exchange rate. But we have not felt that the ATMs have been usurious, but you can wait till your city and go to a local bank, and they're
Yeah,
all
but-
on the streets. Dan's much more savvy about that than I, but they're everywhere. And if you
Yeah.
go to your bank and see if they're related to what World Bank they're related to, like Sirius or World something or whatever, just call your bank. If it's Chase or whoever, ask them what their World Bank is, what you won't have to pay ATM or foreign transaction fees. You'll have to pay an exchange. It's going to be an exchange of currency, but call your bank and see, and your credit cards, see what the best deal will be for you.
Yeah, let's not belabor this. Two quick points.
But
Sicily,
also make sure your credit cards don't charge foreign transaction fees.
yeah, there may be a difference in Sicily versus Italy proper. That's one thing. The other thing too, if you're using USAA, don't you have a finite number of transactions which are free, like 6 or something per month?
Yeah, I think you get $10 worth of freebie reimbursed fees.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, let's move on, please. We finished the gala dinner, so what happens now on 26 Jan, the closing day, the last day? What happens? Can somebody read the itinerary, please, of 26?
All right. On the last day, on the 29th, is that right?
6. We're still in the main tour.
Okay, well, some of us are going on the post tour. But anyway, let's see, the 26th. Oh boy.
The last day of the main tour, of the main convention.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It
We
looks
go to
like-
Modica and to Ragusa.
Good, very good.
That's the post tour. What's happening is there's a closing ceremony at 9:30 in the morning.
On the 6th, right, Joe?
On the 26th is a closing ceremony at 9:30 in the morning. Join us for the final WFTGA announcements, including the 2026 convention hosts and new executive board. Floor will open for members to take the stage. That's usually where people, keep saying thank you, thank you, thank you to the hosts.
That's the gifts to the hosts.
Right. Then there's a farewell lunch, including a cannoli demonstration. I'll be waiting for that. Okay, and then the venue closes at 2, and then there's a group departure to the Catania airport for participants not taking part in the post tour. That's it.
Okay, good. And then those of us continuing to the post. Now we go to Ragusa. And what's the other city? Modica?
Yes, correct.
Okay,
Yes.
how many hotels do we have?
How many, what did you say?
Hotels.
I
We
don't
stay in
know.
a hotel in
But
Ragusa,
as-
I think.
Each
Yeah,
one
it's-
has one hotel. They've been very specific about that. Hold on just a second and I'll tell you.
Okay, so
Uh,
we have 3 hotels for the post, 3.
Yes, there are
For
different,
different
each day
cities.
is a
Yeah.
different hotel, right? So we're going to the Hotel Mediterraneo Palace via Roma 189 in Ragusa. That's the first night's hotel. The next day is Agrigento. Anyway, that one's the Cola Verde Park Hotel. Then the next day is Salinute, and we have a guided tour of Segesta, and we drive to Palermo, and then we're at the Ibis Styles Palermo President Hotel.
Good. Okay, that's good. Okay, everybody clear. We have 3 hotels for the post. We end up in Palermo in the Ibis Hotel, which is not bad. It's a 3-star hotel, but it's very comfortable. It's really good for one-nighters. We stay one night in Ibis, and then we leave Palermo for lunch and to the airport drop off maybe mid-afternoon of the
Yeah.
29th.
There's a visit to Montreal, not to be confused with Montreal. And then there's the typical lunch in Palermo before we go to the Palermo airport.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
they
Joe,
made-
what was the name of the hotel in
Why-
Ragusa?
I'm sorry?
What was the name of the hotel in Ragusa?
In Ragusa, it is the Hotel Mediterraneo Palace. Mediterraneo Palace via Roma 189. It's got a website. You can look up www.mediterraneopalace.it.
Yeah, I put
Awesome.
it on the WhatsApp. Everything is on the WhatsApp. I put those. Nobody even knows those that I'm doing this on the because they're sending it to me. That what's her name? Pamela. Pamela is very good. She's fast. So when I
Yeah.
asked her what are the hotels for the post, she sent me all of that. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm glad that we have it in advance.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, Dan, you will have that as your travel agent. You will have that in your special app that I'll send you.
Okay, so we're done with the tour. We are saying goodbye and all that, and that concludes the itinerary. Okay, what to pack? Somebody was asking me what to bring. Don't forget to bring your converters. What do you call that? The converters from
Voltage inverters, yeah.
flat to round. What's it? Round to flat, because in Europe it's mostly the round prongs that you put in the socket, but the converter will change it to the flat. So don't forget that. It's very important.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I want to interrupt because there are 2 things. There's an adapter, and the adapter is the thing that you plug the American plug in that turns it into the 2 prongs. The converter changes the voltage. And so in Italy, you typically need both an adapter and a converter, unless everything you own has a USB. Your iPhones, if you're only bringing your iPhone, you do not need a converter. You do need an adapter. And I put my email in the chat. If you want to reach out to me, I have a whole thing that I send to my travel agency clients, the difference between a converter and adapter. But if you're only bringing your cell phone, you need an adapter, which just is the 2 round plugs, like Maricar said. If you're bringing anything else that you're going to plug an American plug into, you need a converter that converts the voltage of the electricity.
Yeah, if I could offer a comment real fast, in one of the documents that they sent out, it showed a picture of the type of plugs they use in Italy. This is different than the kind of plug they use in Northern Europe. If it's a 3-prong plug, the 3 are in a row. That's completely different than, say, in Germany or France or something. And so I went ahead and ordered, they sell it on Amazon. So I went ahead and ordered that, and they came like in a day. So there's still time to get one of those if you want it. I'm just suggesting to you that if you just have a converter for another part of Europe, it may not work in Sicily. I know I'm getting the terminology wrong. Adapter, not converter.
Yeah, okay, Joe.
So this is what you need. This is
Nope.
the round.
This is
This is the
three-prong.
adapter.
Yeah, picture a third prong in the middle and you've got what I got.
Yeah, so this is what you need in Italy. Some of them have a third, and that's a grounder. And that's
Correct.
sort of like we have for washer dryers. You will
Correct.
not need that for your iPhone, your iPad, don't bring your blow dryer. Do not bring your straightener. They're going to have blow dryers. If you bring your straightener, you definitely need a converter. Otherwise, you just need this and your iPhone USB. This is a Samsonite thing. No, American Tourister.
Yeah.
You can plug all your USBs in it. You plug this in, you plug this in the wall. And you're good for any USB type thing. Anything else you have to plug in, you need an actual converter.
Okay, perfect. We won't go through too much because many of us have traveled already, and I'm sure you know what this is. So this is just a reminder, a friendly reminder of what to bring in your suitcase. Okay, another thing, don't forget your layers, your sweaters, pullovers, things like that, a warm jacket, shoes. You have your gala shoes, little bit fancy shoes, but walking shoes for good, for sure, walking shoes. Have to bring that, that's sturdy because we'll do a lot of walks. Okay, what else should we not forget? Your gifts, your little gifts. If you want to give to the guides, sometimes the guides do swapping. You pin swap. If you have a pin, you know, your association pin or something that you want to pin swap with another association, you can do that. You can bring little postcards. Sometimes it's nice to exchange little postcards. What else? Your business cards, because sometimes you need always contacts with the guides. And we are about maybe 200 from around the world that are coming. Business cards for sure to exchange. What else? What else should we bring in our, business suits? I mean, for the workshops, just a little bit, not the everyday wear, because it is it is an international global event. And it's always good to just reflect professionalism. Hopefully other guides will do the same. And be friendly, not to sit together with the people, with your own group. Try to meet new people, get at least one new name a day. Maybe that would be good to get one new friend from another country. I think that's good. Just be cordial, very collaborative, connect to people, guide to guide. This is a guide for guides, about guides. So it's good to be a family, one big universal family. Anything else we have to pack? Anybody has another idea what to pack inside? Your travel insurance, make sure you all have travel insurance. Nobody knows what will happen there. Snowstorms and cancellation, sickness, all of that you have a good travel insurance. And I just want to be sure that we all know we all are, bringing the right things. Sherry, do you have anything else that you needed to ask about what to bring in your suitcase?
Did you say Sherry? Sorry.
Sherry,
Can
yes.
you hear? Yes. Not to bring, but I was trying to reach Pamela regarding my flight that takes off from Palermo at 6 a.m. on the 30th. I was curious about the hotels and whether or not I should go ahead and book a hotel very close to the airport so that I can get to the airport by 4 a.m.
Yeah, you have to go early because of the traffic. Oh, well,
Yes.
at 6 a.m. nobody will be in the streets. But I think
Will anybody be driving though? That's what I wondered.
it's
You
1 hour
know,
from Palermo to the airport. It's about 50 minutes to 1 hour drive.
So I should go to the airport with the group and then
Yeah,
get
better.
my own airport there. I mean, my own hotel there.
Be
Yeah.
in the airport by 4 a.m. It's 2 hours for local flights. If you're going to,
Right.
that's a good idea. Okay, anything else? What to bring? We have 7 minutes and we close. Eric, any last thoughts?
No, I'll be bringing a piece of Blanco glass from West Virginia for the auctions.
Yeah, can you send it to me, the detail, like what's
Yes.
in the press
Mhm.
release, so that I
Yes.
can put it in my Google Sheets?
Mm-hmm.
I want to log it in, so I'm not so crazy there. Okay, thank you.
Is it? And does anybody know this Ibis Hotel in Palermo? What's around it? Are we far out? Are these hotels
It's
in the
it's
city center or far out?
it's city center. It's in the center of Palermo. You can Google Ibis.
Okay.
It's called
Okay.
Ibis. It's a chain. That's a French chain.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
It is not close to the airport, but there is public transportation to the airport or taxis through the hotel.
Yeah, taxi is good, but remember, Sherry is leaving at 6 a.m., so it's very wise to stay at the airport hotel.
Yes, and to download what Maricar suggested, the app taxi.
Thank you.
Taxi app. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, this is the last call. We'll do a round robin. We have 5 minutes. Ruhi Akbari, you have any last thoughts, last questions, comments? Ruhi, are you there?
She left.
Okay, she's still live here. Okay,
Well, it said she left on my phone.
yeah. Barbara, are you any questions, Barbara?
No, I don't. I'm leaving tomorrow, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to contribute to the auction. I didn't really understand what it was
Yeah,
until.
it's an auction. It's to raise funds for our scholars.
Right. No, I understand that now, but I am flying tomorrow, and I won't have time to acquire something to bring.
No problem, Barbara.
Yeah.
We'll just see you there. And just put
Yeah.
in WhatsApp, how you're doing and all that. Send us photos. It will be good also to send us photos. I'm going to do a video of the convention. So little photos you can put in the WhatsApp. And it's nice in the airports, in your transit. Show us where you are. Those will be good for the photo. Mary Beth, any last questions and thoughts?
No, Mary Carr, but thank you for trying to inform us a little bit more. I appreciate that.
Yeah, good. And if you have any doubts or what, just keep on asking. The more you ask, the better, so that we can also bring it to the organizers. Okay, who else? Christina. Christina, any thoughts? Last.
Well, I just wanted to suggest to Jim that maybe he bring the guild banner, one of the small ones.
Yeah, I've already, I've got it. I planned
So
on
we
bringing.
could have a picture of just the folks in the DC Guild to put up on our Facebook page.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah, and you have to choose when you want to do that. I suggest the gala dinner because we'll all be dressed up, and it would be nice to have a formal picture of guild members. Because we're a big contingency also. So and just be sure that we know who they are. We have to just identify who are the guides when we arrive. They are not releasing the official list. Okay.
Also, one other thing, do we as the U.S. want to choose where we want our delegation to go on the next one? Are we going to have a meeting to discuss at the conference where we want to go, not where the other part of the world wants to go?
Yeah. It's not the decision of the president of NFTGA acting in a vacuum. It has to be a democratic decision made by all of the U.S. attendees.
Good. Because it seems like this conference is always in Europe recently and other areas. It hasn't been in Asia for a while and some other areas. So, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, after you view the presentations, which will be on the Monday, the 22nd, that's in 2 weeks from now, you will be able to decide as a country where would you like to go. And the vote will be done by our 3 delegates. So a delegate is a person that represents the members, the association members. So in the US, we have 3 member delegates, 3 associations that pay membership dues to the federation. You have the National Fed, you have the Guild, and you have the New York GANIC. Those are the 3, and there are 3 delegates who will represent one country. They are Jim,
So-
Michael, and Michael.
So the issue becomes then, what if 2 delegates want one country and the third delegate, i.e., the DC guilds, which will have far more than any other contingent, we want someone else. I mean,
We're counting on your diplomatic skills, Jim.
yeah. Well, I don't. I'm good with my skills. I'm not sure about all of our colleagues. So
Yeah,
Everybody wants to come to New Orleans.
yeah.
just make sure you do it as this as you said, Jim, diplomatically, and for the guides. This is about guides for guides. And as Eric said, we have been in Europe for the past 12, 15 years. We haven't left Europe yet since 2015. We've always been in Europe. It's about time we change weather, change culture, so we hope one Asian country will win this time, whatever it is, because they are good choices. So
Is
the 3 delegates, you have to choose wisely and for the good of the guides and the federation. We are helping these countries, especially the developing countries.
Is the conference every year or every 2 years?
Every 2 years.
Every 2.
Yeah, it's every 2 years, and it is by bidding. By bidding, it's not somebody who decides where. No, this is bidding. And so you have to look at the criteria, the mission of the federation, to help the developing countries, the guides there. They're also doing their best, and we bring them business because of our convention. That's good. It's helping them. So we need to help one another. That's the whole goal of the federation. So I know Europe has been winning a lot because there's a lot of European delegates that vote. So that's our, there's so many European delegates in the conventions that come. But we're trying to make it more diverse, more inclusive, have Africa, Asia, the Middle East, to come together stronger than just Europe or America. Those are rather the strong countries. But the smaller ones, the emerging destinations, that's what we want. We want them to come to the family. And we're working hard for that. Okay, did I finish everyone? Peggy, did you have your last thoughts, Peggy? Is she still here, Peggy? Any last thoughts before we close? I think she's
Thank you. Oh,
I don't know if Sherry is still on, but I'm
Yes.
catching that same flight super early from Palermo, so maybe we can carpool or something.
Carpool, yes, good.
But I would just like to make one comment, everybody, and anybody who's new attending this conference. I went to the Hong Kong conference back in the 90s, and I want to tell you, I never thought that I would end up ever taking people to Hong Kong. And then 2 years later, I worked on a passenger ship, and I pulled right into where the conference was held, and I had 750 people plus crew to deal with and make sure all my excursions ran in Hong Kong. So anyway, these little things that we're getting ourselves into, keep the mind open, because I went and thought, I'll never take people to Hong Kong. And here I ended up taking a whole shipload full of people.
Yeah.
And I had to pay the bill, and I wrote checks in excess of 1.5 million.
Okay.
And I had a $25,000 a day docking fee in the port. So I learned a lot about Hong Kong, and I wish I'd have kept my mind open more at the conference, because I was tested when I arrived to the port.
Right. Thank you. Luis, do you have any last words, Luis? Luis Guzman?
Yes. I thank you for all you're doing, Maricar. On the last day when we get to the Ibis Hotel, I'm going to be checking out like at 4 o'clock in the morning because I have an early flight from Catania the next morning. So I'm going to transfer by land from Catania, from Palermo to Catania.
What's
So
your,
I'll be leaving at 4 o'clock in the morning.
of what date? What date is that?
When we arrive to Catania at the Ibis, I'm going to be sleeping for a few hours, and then I'm going to go and miss the last day. I'm going to miss the last day.
Oh, you're going to miss it. Yeah, that's fine. You just say goodbye to all of us on the in Agrigento before we arrive at Palermo. Just say goodbye, and then we'll miss you on the last day.
Yes. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for everything you have done.
Sure. Anybody else who has not spoken, this is your last chance. I think everybody has said everything. Okay, so that, folks, yes. Anybody?
I just have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
The website you say where we're going to be able to find the program at a glance. It's going to be updated, you think, but we're not sure. Is that right?
Will be. I talked to Valeria. Valeria is
Okay.
of Symposia, and I spoke through her through LinkedIn, and she said they are going to update the program at a glance with all the whistles and bells and the new itinerary and everything.
Excellent. Good.
So
Good.
just
Thanks.
checking it before you leave, before you arrive. Just keep checking it in the airport, and I will be giving updates also in the WhatsApp.
Okay. Thank you.
That's it, folks. Have a good evening. See you in Sicily. Buon viaggio.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Maricar.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank you.